What's up, vinyl community? Clip the vinyl cheapskate here. Trying to keep it down. It's early in the morning. Family's still sleeping. But wanted to try and get this in before the end of the year. Got my family coming. Everybody's working from home today, so I'm not going to have time to do it later. So I'm just going to do it now. I'm going to do my top 10 vinyl finds, punk LPs. So got a lot of good stuff punk LP wise. Just going to show it off real quick. Probably not going to get too far into explanations, just where I found it, like what it is and all that stuff. So start out with this one, Cockney Rejects, Greatest Hits Volume 1. Picked this up in Germany when I went earlier in the summer. It's an original press, which is pretty freaking sweet. It's in great condition. My label. But I was super stoked to get this. I found it was $35, well, €35, but still well worth it. Great oi punk classic record. Was super excited to pick this one up. Definitely one of my best pickups this year. This one was one that I used to own and I sold it, and then it was shot up in price. But I found it at a decent price online. Inepsy, Rock and Roll Babylon. Great motor-charged, Motorhead worship type rock and roll punk stuff for award records. This was high on my want list for a long time, and I didn't think I'd get another copy, but things fell in place and I picked one up. Next up, Stranglers, Rattus, Norvegicus. Great record. Excellent shape. I actually think this one is, this one's a promo. And it was only $8. So, great record. This is a complete classic. Kind of punk, version on the new wave side, but great stuff. This is a complete and utter classic. I love this record. Definitely one of the best pickups of the year. Totalitar Disclose split. Another one that I let get away. A long time ago I owned it, and actually I sold it to a friend of mine who still has my old copy. But found this one online. It fell under my threshold where I would not buy it, and this one I kind of splurged on. Great DB, two classic DB hardcore bands. This came out in 2001. Draglock Crusties. I heard DB. But yeah, pretty sweet. Kind of like private press. Punk stuff. Totalitar's classic hardcore. Disclose's classic hardcore band. This is like a perfect split. But yeah, super excited to pick this one up this year. It's one that's been missing out of my collection for a long time. I'm glad I finally got a chance to pick it up. Slaughter and the Dogs. Do it dog style. This is a repress of some sort. It's not an original because it's got their first 7-inch on it too. But it's got the cool, like, splattered out labels. Came with this inner sheet, so yeah, see, it's got tracks from their 7 inches on at the end, so it's not like a legit copy, I don't think, but still, I didn't spend a ton on it, and it sounds great if it is a boot. I'm not sure if it's a boot or not, but still one of my best finds. I found this at a local shop that I hit up a lot, so it was fun to find this in the wild. Great record. super excited to have this in the collection. Cool stuff. Another OG. I picked this one up. I actually ordered this from overseas. English dogs, where legend began. And I got some other English dog stuff, but this one made my list because it's like perfect condition. It's an under one flag pressing. So it's an actual like old pressing of this album, which is really cool. Killer artwork in here. This is where English dogs kind of went from UK 82 into a little more of a like a thrash metal sound in there, but still they were pretty punk. Great stuff. English dogs. Awesome shit. Had to put this in there. New Gauze. The new Gauze record is just, it's Gauze. It's a great record. It's a little on the short side, but this is one of my top grabs this year. I picked up the CD, and usually that'd be fine for me, but for Gauze, I had to get the LP. I kind of rounded out my Gauze collection this year. I picked up as much, or that was last year. This was one that I couldn't get last year, so I grabbed it. This was a cool find. Peste. Better Off Dead LP. This is a collection of their 7-inch, and then there's a bunch of like single tracks, some studio recordings that never got released, and a bunch of live tracks. So it's a cool comp. And what this was somebody found a bunch of these. These got released in like the 90s, I think. It might have been early 2000s or something, but I'm not sure when it got released. But I guess the band, somebody in the band found like 30 copies in their basement or something like that. And I forget what record label, but some indie record label got a hold of them and put them up on their Bandcamp, and I was quick enough where I got one, because as soon as I saw it, somebody posted it on Instagram or something, and I just went there and picked it up and snagged the copy of this, because I've wanted this Peste 7-inch for a while, but this has the 7-inch and a bunch of extra tracks. Some of the live tracks are a little rough production-wise, and they don't sound great, but still, really cool record. Really awesome to get this one. Next up, picked up an OG copy of Richard Helen the Voidoids, Blank Generation. This one's just a total classic. Found this at a local shop. I traded a bunch of stuff in, and this was in the bins after I traded stuff in. I had like $30 credit, so I kind of got this for free, but I bought some other records. So altogether, this was a $30. They wanted $30 for this, and this sleeve is a little rough. It's got some splitting on the top, or on the edge here, but this vinyl is completely perfect. My dumbass, last time I listened to it, didn't put it back into the sleeve, but the vinyl's like completely perfect. Few super minor hairlines that I didn't, when I listened to it, I didn't hear them at all, but excellent stuff. It didn't come with the inner sleeve either, but I'm okay with that. And for the price I paid for it, especially for like an OG punk on Sire Records, great stuff, man. Excellent stuff. More Japanese stuff. This is a repress, but it's a really good record. It's Swanky's Never Kenny Swanky Dinner. Great Japanese punk rock on Rat Records. This is a repress. It's on clear. It was $15 for the repress, so I was all about it. Swankies, never can eat Swanky dinner on Rat Records. What can I say about it? It's really good, like straightforward punk rock stuff. Members of the Gaia, it's their band. After that, yeah, after the Gaia, and they kind of went more straightforward punk rock. It's really good stuff. Another one that I picked up, this was a boot, but still, Deathside, Chaos UK, Split. Deathside's one of my favorite bands ever, so I had to pick this up. Chaos UK side's good. It's not their best Chaos UK stuff, but still great. This is excellent record too. Just a classic. It was missing in my Deathside collection, so I'm glad I got to pick that up this year. Now I'm going to go into a couple of my favorite discoveries this year. The Skids. I picked this up because I saw it in the background. I saw, not this record, but I saw a Skids record in the background of an Eric Bauer video, and one of Eric Bauer's videos, and it was only $14. And I was in the mood to pick up like old punk stuff, and picked this up. This is a great record. Really good, just like kind of, I wouldn't say new wavy, but kind of straightforward punkish stuff. Scottish band, excellent stuff. Yeah, man, I was super stoked to pick this up. This is a Canadian version. Found this at a record shop while I was digging, and I couldn't say no. One of my favorite discoveries this year, also of a newer band, Out Cold. I kind of slept on this band. I don't know why. They're freaking amazing. Great hardcore punk. Kind of like a little bit of like a Poison Idea vibe to it. I think they're a Boston hardcore band. Yeah. Massachusetts, Boston hardcore band. Great stuff. Wish I had gotten into this band earlier, but now I'm on the hunt for the rest of their records. But this is a really good record. This one was weird. It came with a double label. Like, there were two labels on top of each other on the one side. But definitely one of the best hardcore punk finds I've found this year, in the way of like, I never like took the time to listen to this band. I've heard of them. I never took the time to listen to them, and I found this at a shop for cheap, and another one where I traded in stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab it and see it. And then I listened to it, and I was like, holy crap, what have I been doing with myself? Why haven't I listened to this before? Out Cold, great stuff. And last one I'm gonna show is this Long Knife LP. This is one of my best finds, just because I love this band, and this is probably my favorite punk record, my favorite like hardcore record of the year. So decided I'd show this. Excellent stuff. This came out this year. If you haven't listened to this one yet, you should go do it. Great, straight up Poison Idea worship. Just about straight up Poison Idea worship. On this one, they add a little more of like a spooky vibe with like some keyboards and stuff, but really excellent stuff. Check this out if you get a chance. So there you go, guys. Tried to keep it short. My first video, my 7-inch video, was really long, so I decided to try and shorten them up a bit this time around, because that one was a haul for people to get through. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll leave a list of these records down below, what my top 10 were. I might throw up videos, but I think a lot of people know what most of this stuff sounds like, because it was a lot of classic albums. But I'll still try and put up videos. Anyway, cheers, guys. Hope everybody has a great new year. I'm going to try and do 2 more of these videos, the top 10 2022 videos, because my collection's kind of split in punk and hardcore, metal, heavy metal stuff, and then rock and psych and prog stuff. So I'm going to try and do at least 2 more of these videos. I may try and squeeze in like a jazz thing, but jazz/fusion thing, so I've been getting into that this year. But I don't think it's necessary. So, anyway, hope everybody enjoys it. Try and keep an eye out for 2 more videos. I'm going to try and make those happen. It may happen into the new year, but I'm not sure. Anyway, cheers, everybody.